Jim Allen was Dunlop was really a great guy, very influential in my sport bike career, which I raced all through the 80s, won a few national titles. But Dunlop was always good to me, so I'd like to sell Dunlop in my store, and I'd like to know some of the benefits of
all right.
Dunlop.
Well, that's a good tie-in too, Gary, because Dunlop's the only one who makes motorcycle tires here in the U.S. And yeah, exactly. And then in a lot of the racing, we put a lot of the equipment. When you race, all the tires came from Dunlop in the UK mostly.
Right.
And we still buy some of those, but we put some of that same equipment to make the top race tires that they make in the UK into our Buffalo factory. And then some of that technology gets into our street tires. So it's a good tie-in from racing to the street of how that technology happens. So
kind of like what wins on Sunday sells on Monday.
Yeah, and even better, you get to enjoy that technology yourself, without even going on the track. So some of the product, the Elite 3, this is like our touring tire, for Gold Wings. But technology-wise, the Sportmax Q2 is our street tire, track day tire, and it uses a lot of race technology. You can see how steep the profile is. Mm-hmm. That's called IRP, Intuitive Response Profile. What that means is it just does what you want it to, and you're not thinking about it. If you're not thinking about what your tire's doing, you just do what you want to do when you're riding the bike. That's our goal. So
I run this on my Interceptor 800, and I really love it. But we sell quite a few of these. However, it's a little pricey compared to some others, and I understand you have a new tire now that we can use instead of this.
Exactly. So if you don't want to pay for the multi-tread and the IRP technology, we have our Sportmax Qualifier. So we used to sell the Qualifier, and then as we improved the technology, we brought out the Q2, and then we realized, there are people, especially these days, that want to still ride their bikes but can't necessarily afford the latest, greatest. So we brought back the Qualifier into the market in the main sizes: 120/70 0/17 front, 180, 190s in the rear, so that people can use it. And it's not like the Qualifier; you can't get around pretty good on your bike too. It's just more of
to get some of these for our dealership right here. I already carry the Q2s and do pretty well with them.
Right.
In fact, it's kind of funny if you might remember these tires. I raced in 1980 with an F11 front and a K127 rear.
Right.
Which did great.
Yeah.
I mean, my first road race at Daytona, I just threw it down in the first turn and I won.
Yeah.
My first road race on a 750F.
Wow.
With a Dunlop tire, that was all used.
Yeah.
But having ridden enough later and racing GP bike machinery and everything, I found that there's a lot more technology in the tires nowadays, especially with radials.
Exactly.
And Dunlop's really, made a name for themselves in the cycle industry. And, I think it's one of the best tires, made. A lot of people go with the other brands, but I try to stick to, who helped me.
Right.
That's why I want to sell Dunlop.
Well, and part of being made in the USA, it's great they're made in the USA and it helps support jobs, but it's more than that. We also, being the only ones here, then we have all the motorcycle tire design engineers. We have a test track in Huntsville, Alabama, where we have professional test riders. They used to ride AMA, that level of guys, and we can wet the track and do wet testing, do dry handling testing. So we're here and we engage with the customers, and then we make the tires for them here in the U.S. So it's not like a European tire they're selling here or a Japanese tire they're selling here. It's made here. And then, for customer choice, you have the Q2 and the Qualifier. We have another new tire. Oh, okay.
That's perfect. ST 1300 guys, right?
There you go. The Roadsmart 2 is the sport touring tire. People don't like the word sport touring. It's like, oh no, I want the sport tire. Well, again, that evolution of technology, these things handle like sport tires, and we have the Concourse over there. You have the ST 1300, big bikes like that. Mm-hmm. At the launch we did with the media, we had those sort of bikes, a big BMW, and then we also had a GSX-R 600 and an R6. And it's the same tires. And the editors, they get around pretty good. We took them up in the mountains, and they were just amazed at how well these tires
Danny Coe, I guess you know him.
Yeah, he was out there.
I raced with him back in the 80s. I know Danny.
Yeah, and he was throwing it around, and so we have the IRP, the steep, aggressive profile. But you can see there's enough to channel water in the front.
Yeah.
We pulled grooves away from the center and the rear to put more rubber on the road for longevity, and then you don't need that in the wet because the front tire gets the water, and then as you lean over, you need it.
The front tire will get the water away from the rear.
Exactly. Yeah. And then as you lean over, you need it in the rear. We have a big groove, so it works great in the wet, but it gives you longevity and sport tire handling in the dry too, so it's a great combination.
great. We look forward to selling a bunch of Dunlop tires. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.